Well, hello all. My name's David, and you are welcome to David's Birdroom. Come on in. In this episode, I'll be talking to you about what's been happening here in David's Birdroom for the month of April 2022. Stay tuned and watch the week-to-week progress of what's been happening here in David's Birdroom and my outdoor aviaries. So, here we are, week 1 into our breeding season. You remember last week, I paired up all the birds. Well, since then, during that week, there's 12 exterior ones, there's 12, all with the exception of one hen at the very end, have full nests built. The hens I have for the mulin pairs and the spare hens all have nests built. So, it's off to a promising start. A few of them have actually started laying. So there's 3 or 4 of them on their first, second egg. And you know what I've done this year? I've never bothered lifting any eggs. I'm just going to let them all be. Leave my birds alone. I've always found in past years, at the beginning of the season, you're keen, you want to get in and see what's happening, you just can't wait. You come in, you must lift an egg, you must set eggs, you don't have to do anything you don't want to do. What I actually found in years past, at the beginning of the season, I was setting eggs. I was lifting eggs out on day 3, day 4, setting all eggs just to make sure that all the young ones would hatch on the same time and it keeps all good. And it works. Definitely works. The young ones will all hatch at the same time. They'll all be at the same stage. But what I found I was doing, you were just annoying the birds. You were in every day, lifting eggs, flittering, checking, looking to see. And at the very end of the season, you found yourself not bothering. A hen happened to lay and you would forget about her, and then all of a sudden you look in the nest and there's 4 or 5 young ones and they're looking great. I'm going to go and just let them all be, see how they go. So in week 1, also, all my hens for mulin, spare hens, feeder hens, they have also all got nests built. So everything's off to a promising start. As you can see, all my native finches, they're still in the cages. The hens are still outside in the outdoor aviary. I'll give them another few weeks. Still very cold, very windy outside, so I'll give them a couple of weeks before I take the native finches to the outdoor aviary. So I'll let you all see what's happening next week. So that's what happened week 1 of the breeding season here at David's Birdroom. So here we are, week 2 of the breeding season here in David's Birdroom. It's now the 11th of April. Well, since last week, things have been moving on slowly but slowly. Still very, very cold outside, and it's seems to be holding them back. There was a big thunderstorm the other day, and I was afraid that it might put the whatever birds I had sitting off the eggs, but fingers crossed, all was grand. Well, since last week, I say we're now in week 2, so since last week, all with the exception of cage number 1, and cage number 17 have laid. Cage number 17, one of my red Isabels, this is one of my experimental ones, my Isabel cobalt pairs. She will not build a nest in the nest pan. She has been trying this past 2 weeks to build a nest on the floor of the cage. I have moved the nest pans around on the back of the wall, on the front. I've hung them on the front. I have wrecked so many nests. I'm trying to get her to build a nest in the nest pan. So far, she hasn't gone down laid yet. She hasn't got herself settled. Everything else is now sitting on eggs. And early stages yet, never looked at them. And as I was also saying, I'm giving them the leave alone approach. The only eggs that I had lifted was from pair number 8 and actually pair number 4. And the only reason why I lifted a couple of their eggs to set them is because from day 1 I noticed they were sitting tight from their very first egg. So I lifted their first 2-3 eggs, then set them back on the 4th day just to keep them all. The rest of the hens weren't sitting tight on the first few days, so I just left them alone. So I don't even know how many eggs are in the nest, how many's full, how many's not full. I'm going to leave them. In years past, I would have been in there already and had a look and checking and disturbing and looking. I'm not doing that. I'm leaving alone. See how they go. So, not much to report back on week 2, other than the fact I have plenty of eggs and everything is going well. So far, so good. That can change overnight in breeding birds. Other side here, I have some of my native finches and my mullein pairs, the hens. A couple of spare red hens for feeders and a few mullein pairs. So you have 1, 2, 3, there's 4 pair have laid. So there's a mullein pair has laid there, and then there's 3 feeding hens all have laid. Today, only today, I have brought in from the outside plate, up in the top left hand corner is a pair of pastel brown. He's a pastel brown Suskin coppered along with a brown hen. And then on this side here, I have a brown lesser redpoll along with a brown cobalt lesser hen. So there, as I say, they're only just in this morning. So we'll see how they go. In this set of 3 cages here, I have a trio of redpolls. In the centre, as you can see, I have a normal cock, lesser, and then on the 2 outsides, there's 2 brown lesser hens. What I'm trying to do there, I'm running the 1 cockbird with the 2 hens, and I hope to produce young birds with a bit more type to them, to bring a bit of more type into my browns. I think my browns are a wee bit on the fine side, which is to be expected with mutations. But I'm just trying to up them a wee bit to give them a wee bit extra chance on the show bench. It'll bring down the size of the normal lesser, but my intentions are to improve the standard, the shape, the type in my browns. So we'll see how they go. I'm just letting him run with 1 hen one day, the other hen the next, running back and forth. So he'll not actually get staying with any of the 2 hens any length of time. So we'll let him stay there, run back and forth, see how it goes. Down here we have a brown red poll cockbird to the red hen. He was in with this hen, and after she had her second egg laid, I noticed the egg was took out of the nest and broke. So I don't know if it was him or not. So I took him away and let her lay the rest of her eggs. If he has mated with her, the rest of the eggs will be fertile if they're going to be fertile. So that's it. Inside Davidsbirdroom in here for week 2. The rest of the birds outside in the aviary. All now I have got 6 pair out there. There's 2 free flying pair, a pair of siskins and a pair of lessers. So they're free flying about in the aviary. I have nest plans in one corner, another corner. So I'll let them 2 batter on there, see how they go. Big enough aviary for 2 pair of different species. In the inside of the cages, I have on the middle row here, I have got 2 pair of mealy red poles. So they're in double cages. So the 2 pair of mealies there. And up on the top, there is 2 pair of siskins. So that's 6 pair that's in there. Down on the bottom, you can see along the bottom here, down the bottom, that's where I'm going to be keeping my bullfinches. I have this week coming in, and I'll show it to you probably, you will get to see it in next week's episode. There is a male bullfinch. He's coming in this week. So this is Monday. He is due to be here on Wednesday. So I'll have something for the hen bully. She is now in that 9-foot flight. So all being well, get him in, get him settled down, and we'll let you see how he works out during the rest of the season. So for now, that's all I have to report now on week 2. So I'll get back to you week 3, put it all together, get all done for week 4, and we'll all see you all then. So here we are, week 3 of the breeding season here in Davidsbirdroom. Well, week 3 would have been a quiet week regarding the breeding, but it's been an interesting one as such. By now, all, probably with the exception of 1 or 2 hens, all have laid. And all are sitting well, and so far still sitting. Everything so far going good. As I said in the past one, not been checking, not been looking, so I don't know how many eggs there is, what's full, what's not full, how many young ones are in the eggs, how many's got blank eggs or whatever. Every now and again I get a chance like this that the 2 would happen to come off an S. I'd be able to take a wee look across them and look in. 4 eggs, happy enough, leave them alone. So other than that, with the canaries, all's good. Native birds have all been put together and are getting on well. No nest building, nothing like that to start. So no fighting, they all seem to have got on with each other. Looking good. The birds in the outside aviary, although it's been still very cold, the birds in the outside aviary paired all up, keeping together and doing well. No big problems. The only thing what I have is new for week 3 is I got myself a native bullfinch cockbird for the bully hen that I had. Big thanks for getting me sorted out, lads. You know who you are. Much appreciated. So this is him now, the bully cock, and along with his hen. So fingers crossed, I'll keep you updated and let you know how he gets on. So that's it. for week 3. I'll get you back in week 4 and let you see what's happening. Good luck. So here we are, back in David's birdroom, the final part of April in David's birdroom. Well, since last week, it has been busy, busy, busy. There has been young ones hatching and doing well. What have we got? We'll give you a quick rundown on what's been happening. Nest number 1. That hen has only one leg, and as she was laying eggs, I never was checking her, but at the end up, all the eggs were out of the nest. I didn't get any eggs. Don't know what happened. Number 2 had a single young one hatched. It is now in below this feeder hen. Number 3, her eggs were all dead in shell. Number 4 has got young ones hatched. Not sure how many. They'll be ready for ringing in a few days' time. Number 5 has got young ones. Number 6 only laid one egg. Number 7 has got 2 young ones. And number 8, there's 3 young ones, I think. Number 9 has laid and will be due next week. 10 has got 4 young ones. 11 has got young ones, probably 2, 3. 12, my Isabels, have got 2 or 3 young birds. So all in all, on average, I'm happy enough. There's young ones there. There's a few now. Eggs have been took away and letting the hens go back down to the nest again. My Isabels, on the other hand, done really bad. There's 6 pair of Isabels, and out of the 6 pair of Isabels, there's only 2 pair have got now to have young ones. So there were 3 pair actually had all blank eggs, or only laid 1 egg, so that wasn't a great result for the Isabels, but early in the season, we'll see how it goes. I got a few tips from other YouTube programs, and one of them came and was the use of the closed peg. Now, what I have done, when my birds lay at the very start, and it's just your ordinary wooden closed peg, when the birds had laid at the start, I placed my closed peg on top of the nest pan. That let me see that this bird had laid. So, when the eggs hatched, what I had done, I then placed the closed peg beside my egg dish on the left hand side. So this told me there's young ones hatched in there that have not been rung yet. When I get to ring the birds, I then switch the closed peg to the right hand side. So at a glance, I can see I've got young ones in here and they need rung. I have young ones in here and they are rung. That's it. Keep it as simple as possible. That works for me. Maybe it'll work for you. And my feeding is kept regular and simple as well. This year, as I showed you in previous videos, my birds were getting an egg food mix with soak seed. And this is what I'm giving my birds to rear the young birds. So basically, I get a couple of eggs, put them in the microwave, mash them all up, and then mix them with the soak seed. That is my egg food, my rearing food for the canaries. They also get a fresh, steady supply of fresh greens. My fresh greens, I'm fortunate enough, I grew all myself. And as you can see here, out in the greenhouse, I have trays of nice new young lettuce and spinach, all coming up at different stages. What I do with this lettuce and spinach, some is then transferred out into the garden to grow on, but I keep picking the leaves off, feeding to the birds regularly, nice and fresh. I've kept to my leave alone approach. With having the close pegs on, it reminds me what is in the nest, and I don't have to keep going on and looking and looking. So I haven't been looking at them, so I've been keeping well alone. And things have been working out all right. A few of the hens had blank eggs or dead in the shells, and you're going to get that no matter how well you look after them, you're going to get someone that's not going to perform. But in general, I have quite a few young birds all in the nest at the minute and all doing well. My native birds, if we can see there, can we see? Can we see, where do we see? A red pole hen building, carrying away nest material. She is one of my trio. The normal cockbird. There we go. So she's a brown hen, along with the normal cockbird, and he's actually running with a hen on the other side. So that's a start. I have removed whatever eggs that had been dead in shell or blank, so they're all tucked away and letting those hens go back down the nest again. As you can see, I have these back up again. I had nest material on them, so the hens that the eggs have been tucked away have actually got their nests built again. So whenever they finish, then I take them away, and that's another thing that lets me know what's happened in the cage without going in and looking. So these hens are getting a chance to go back down and lay again. So we'll see how they go. Birds outside in the outside aviary, well, they're starting to make a move. The two that I have free flying, a red pole and a pair of siskins, now they have actually got nests built. I have a nest in each corner, and they have nests built. The red pole has laid, so she'll be due to start sitting either today or tomorrow. She might have her third, fourth egg, so she'll be due to sit. I noticed the other birds all starting to bond well, starting to carry nest material and starting to do well. And for this year, I've got a new addition into David's birdroom. My bullfinches. Never really tried to breed bullfinches before, so this year it's going to be my first time. So, I hope you like what you've seen here, David's birdroom, at the start of the breeding season for 2022. A promising start, and I'll get you back again and let you see how things progress during the month of May. I'm hoping by May, the native birds in outside aviary will have moved on, they'll have nests built, they'll have eggs, and maybe have young ones before the end of May. So for now, if you like what you've been seeing here at David's Birdroom, please give me a like, give me a share, and do subscribe to my channel, and you'll get regular updates on what's been happening here at David's Birdroom. So for now, thank you for watching, take care, and happy breeding.